Good morning, all. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Rihanna. Today, I am here to discuss with you about the topic is industrial licensing norms and policies. First, we enter into our introduction about the licensing norms and policies in India. We people all know about the IRDA Act of India, which means the Industrial Development and Regulation Act, which has been introduced in an Indian economy in the year of 1951, which provides a basic framework for the growth and development of India. According to this act, the industrial according to this act, the industrial undertaking, whether it may be a newly established or existing industry, it must register itself with the federal government of India. According to this act, let us know about what is industrial undertaking. According to this law, any individual or a government authority who owned one or more number of factories is called it as a or treated as a industrial undertaking. Next, the industrial licensing in India. We people all know about the liberalization. The LPG, the concept of LPG we all know, right? LPG means liberalization, privatization and globalization. Here we discuss about liberalization, okay? Liberalization means it has been introduced in the year of 1991 in Indian economy. According to this, what happens? Most of the industries are exempted from getting the license from the government of government of India. Before the liberalization concept, every industries has to obtain the license from the government of India, but after introducing the liberalization, it has been removed or give exempt from licensing of certain industries on the basis of certain industries which may impact the public health and safety and national security. On the basis of this, which of the industries may affect our or pollute our environment, or which may impact our public health, or which may impact on national security, these industries should obtain the license from the government of India, and another industries will be exempt from getting the license from the government of India. It is the concept of liberalization. Clear? Next, IRDA. IRDA means Indian Industrial Development and Regulation Act of 1951. There is a planning committee in India. That planning committee, we call it as a licensing committee. On the recommendation of those committee, IRDA has been introduced in India in the economic year of 1991. The approval was given by the Secretariat of Industrial Assistance. Let us discuss about what are the recent amendment to industrial licensing rule. We people all know about there are three types of industries are there. Firstly, large scale industry, medium scale industries and small scale industries. What happens in large scale industries? Before introducing the concept of liberalization in India, there are some reserved goods and services for some kind of industries. For example, the large scale industries, certain goods is reserved for MSMEs only. MSMEs means medium scale and small scale industries, micro, small and medium enterprises. Certain goods and products and services are restricted for MSMEs only, which means micro, small and medium enterprises only. These kind of industries can produce those kind of goods, but not the large scale industries cannot produce the goods which is reserved for MSMEs. So if in case the large scale industries wants to produce those kind of goods that are mainly preferable or permitted to produce by the MSMEs. So for that purpose, the large scale industries have must to obtain the certain licensing policy from the government of India. So MSMEs were previously known as SSI. SSI means small scale industries. Next, but it is the brief introduction, no, it is the brief explanation about the before amendment what is going to happen in India I told here, but now I am going to explain about the after amendment what is the condition of our Indian industry after introducing the liberalization. Now I am going to tell here. April 2015, the government deserved the some items, de-reserved the some items, which means I already told you people that before coming the concept or before moving to the concept of liberalization in our India, there are two kinds of industries, which is MSMEs and large scale industries are there. Large scale industries are there. So what happens, certain goods is reserved for MSMEs and certain other goods is reserved for large scale industries, and large scale industries cannot produce those kind of goods which is preferable for MSMEs. If they want to produce, they can obtain the license from the government of India. I already told you that. So what happens, April 2015 after, the government de-reserved the items, which means here the government has permitted to the large scale industries to produce the products which is reserved for MSMEs. Here there is no need to get the any kind of permission or license from the government to produce the that kind of goods. Here you can see in these slides that the large industries can permit to produce bread, wood, firework, pickles, chutneys, mustard oil and groundnut oil, steel chairs, tables, etc. without getting any kind of license or permission from the government of India. Why the government of India has de-reserved the items means for encouraging the greater investment or incorporate the better technology and for enhance the competition in the global market for our product. Next, industries subject to compulsory licensing in India. Here we are going to discuss that some industries are compulsory to get license from the government of India. That is, first one, distillation of brewing and alcoholic drinks, which means the industries which is engaged in alcoholic drinks, the industries which is engaged in alcoholic drinks and the industries which is engaged in manufacture of tobacco products and aerospace, defense equipments, industrial explosives including the gunpowder and hazardous chemicals including items hazardous to human safety, which means the alcoholic drinks, I will repeat here, alcoholic drinks, the tobacco manufacturing companies and tobacco related, which means cigarettes and electronic, aerospace, defense equipments and industrial explosives like safety fuses, gunpowders and those chemicals which is hazardous to our environment and which affect on the human safety and health and environment. So these are all the some kind of industries which is mandatory get licensing from the government of India. Next, locational restriction for industries in India. Apart from the hazardous industries, there are also some kind of industries are there to get license on the basis of the location of their industries. Like if any industry which is situated within the 25 kilometers of city which having a population of at least 1 million. It is must and should to obtain the registration from the federal government. But what happens in some cases, it is exempt in two of the following cases. You can see here, the first one is industries which is going to manufacture the electronics, computer software, printing or any other industries that may be classified as non-polluting industry, and second one is industries which is located in industrial area, which means I'll repeat here, locational restriction for industries in India, which means apart from the industries which is compulsory to get licensing, there is a certain other industries are there which is compulsory to get license on the basis of the location, which means if any industry which is situated within the 25 kilometer of the city which having the population of at least 1 million, they should have to obtain the license from the federal government, and it should be exempt in the following two cases, which means if the industry is a non-polluting industry, and second, the industry is situated in the industrial area, then only it is exempt to get the license from the government of India. Next, licensing registration for industries. Here there are two ways to get their industries licensed. First, they can go with the offline process. Here there is a committee called SIA, which means Secretarial of Industrial Assistance, and DIPP, briefly Development of Industrial Policy and Promotion. By using this application they can register, which means the industry can register themselves by paying a certain kind of fees which is fixed by the government of India. After clearing the after any, if any consideration is not due, the Indian government is going to certificate or provide license for them. By using these kind of certificate from government, they can import any kind of technology and any kind of raw materials or goods or anything which is required for the construction and operation of their manufacturing activity. So it is one kind of process of getting registered, and another process is eBiz website. eBiz website means it is a government website. By using this website they can also register their industries. This website, by using this website, it is a single window portal by which there is no need to go to ask permission, nothing is there. It is easier because it is a single window portal. Here there are two ways, one is offline process is there to getting license, and another one is online process. Online process is by using the eBiz website, and offline process is getting application, filling the application and paying some consideration fee. It is offline process. Next, we discuss about last topic, that is de-licensed industries in India. From today now, there are no exhaustive industry list has been given by the government of industries. Government of India, there has no exhaustive list has given by the government of India, but certain exempted industries must file an IEM, which means Industrial Entrepreneurs Memorandum, with the Secretary of Industrial Assistance and Development of Industrial Policy and Promotion of Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Those industries which are exempted, they should have to obtain the Industrial Entrepreneurs Memorandum by these committees. It is the industrial licensing norms and policies. Lastly, I wish to conclude that before the licensing norms and policies, the India is followed IRDA Act for licensing policy, but some amendments had been made in the year of 1991 and